Hello everyone, welcome back to SOTD Reviews. Rahul here. First and foremost, I would like to apologize because there have been delays, and those delays were because of my vacation and festivities. But that's all in the past. Right now, I am focused on bringing you honest fragrance reviews and other fragrance related content. So, without taking much time, today, I'll be talking about two fragrances from the house of Ahmed Al Maghribi. One is Marj and the other one is Ignite Oud. I have tested them on my skin and I'll be sharing my opinions about the scent profile. Is it good enough for you? What their price is, the performance, and should you have these in your collection? So let's get right into it and talk about how they smell in real life. So, number 1, Ahmed Al Maghribi Marj. This is the presentation. So, the first time when I sprayed Marj, I immediately felt luxurious because this one is a very classy scent profile. So, this one opens up with a rich honey note, slightly warm and thick, and there are some citrus elements as well. Like someone squeezed fresh mandarin. The citruses brightens things up. This also have that slight antiseptic kind of tinge to it. That is because of the resins that they have used, probably because of that elmi and other resins. There is also spiciness from the pink pepper and that tarty, spicy accord from the nutmeg, which gives this one a great opening because it is kind of like sweet, not that candy kind of sweet. It is a very natural honey. It is not artificial at all. And that's why I say from the first spray itself, this one feels luxurious, well-rounded, refined, classy. You also get slight sweet leather kind of accord which stays throughout the top note, heart and the base. The sweetness that I mentioned is more about a very soft sweetness. It lingers around. It's not overly sweet or too cloying. So after the top note settles, the heart blooms into this beautiful saffron and some florals. You can get hints of jasmine. You can get hints of orange blossom. The saffron adds that golden warmth. The florals that they have used doesn't come out with that syrupy kind of accord. It's more or less like a fresh bouquet of flowers. When you hold a fresh bouquet of flower, the fresh whiffs of those flowers you get, it's somewhat like that. The jasmine and the orange blossom create that kind of accord, which helps the fragrance to glow even more in the heart. Then when this one goes into its dry down, you get to sense that oud, and it's not an animalic kind of oud. It is a very well-rounded, creamy, smooth, refined kind of oud. So that oud blends with this amber. You get slight earthiness from the patchouli. You get that leather which is there from the top note till the dry down. And then you get a good dose of musk as well, as is common with all these fragrances, because musk helps to anchor down the fragrances. So it is always ever present over there. So all these ingredients together gives this one a very deep, warm, rich kind of base. It's like a sweet, woody aura that wraps around you and gives you that cozy warmth. What I really like is how balanced this one feels, because the sweetness of honey, the warmth and spiciness from the saffron, and that amazing oud dry down with the amber and that leather that stays throughout the scent. It is all well refined, well polished, and this doesn't feel like a cheap fragrance. It's highly luxurious, perfectly balanced. So performance wise, this is a strong performer, because for that initial 2 hours, initial 1 hour, I would say the projection gets very loud. After that initial hour, it still projects for an hour or so, but it's not as loud as that initial 1 hour mark. The sillage is amazing. This stays on your skin for a good 7 to 8 hours and on your clothes for a good 10 to 12 hours, even more. This fragrance is a head turner for sure because of that sillage. Because of that citrusy opening, I would say this is good even on daytime, but I would say this feels much more like an evening kind of scent. It is good for your dinner, it is good for your festivities, it is good for your wedding parties. Definitely not an office scent. You can use it throughout the year. But I would say, my opinion, I would say this is good for evenings, especially colder evenings. So the price of this one, I got this for around 3,700 or 3,800, somewhere between that kind of price. And for that price, this definitely is a must buy because this is a very regal, elegant, rich, luxurious kind of scent profile. So Ahmed Al Maghribi Marj, do try this one. So next up is Ignite Oud. Now Ignite Oud is a completely different personality. Where Marj is warm, sweet, Ignite Oud is dry, woody, leathery, and very much refined. So the first spray opens up with this amazing fruity leather with, you get that slightly floral minty green kind of accord from the geranium. So the opening is kind of like fresh, and that freshness balances out the leather that comes right behind. So the leather that they have used, I would describe the leather as being a dry kind of leather, something like your freshly made leather gloves or jacket. It is warm, it is smooth, and this one is very refined, and it's not like that rough animalic leather. It is very smooth. Now along with that leather, there is a very fruity kind of sweetness in this one. The opening is very playful in this one, and believe me guys, the name, you may feel Ignite Oud will have a lot of oud, will have a very potent oud in it, but believe me, the oud element here is very much toned down. It is much more like that leathery, woody kind of thing going on. A very dry wood, dry leather with some fruity elements to it. Yeah, don't be mistaken by the name Ignite Oud. So as this one settles, you get that very woody and earthy note. The woody note is very dry, almost like pencil shaving kind of accord. That's how dry that is, and that earthiness from the patchouli. Together, the fragrance feels very much grounded and very confident. So when this one moves into its base, you get amber, you get oud, you get some moss, and you also get a sandalwood, a very dry powdery kind of sandalwood, not the Mysore sandalwood kind of accord, but it is very faint. The more prominent notes in the base is amber, slight bit of oud. It is not that animalic, but it is there. You can feel, you will sense that oud. And yes, the moss is also slightly prominent. You can feel that there is oak moss in this one. So overall, to sum it up, I would say the dry down is very smooth, mature, and clean. So the performance I got was 8 to 10 hours on skin and 10 to 12 or even 14 hours I think on my clothes. It is a beast mode performer. It projects heavily for that initial 2 hours, and then still this one projects, but it is kind of like in your own bubble. It's not too loud. To me, Ignite Oud felt like an all-day kind of scent. You can wear this on your office meetings. You can wear this for casual meetups, or if you're running errands, you can wear this one. It's a very good DNA. It's a very versatile DNA, I would say. So the price of this one, I got this for around I think 2,500 to 2,800 kind of price range, but this one comes in 60 ml. So make sure you keep that in mind. Both have high performance, both feel high in quality, both have different personalities, and both are big big compliment magnets. So if you love that amber, saffron, spicy, fruity, fresh kind of mix, definitely go for Marj. If you are someone who loves that masculine, dry, leather, woody kind of scent profile, do check Ignite Oud. Both of them are beautifully done, and I would say these two are among the better Middle Eastern fragrances that are out there right now in the market. So if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button, subscribe, and share with your friends. Let's grow the community together, and let's talk about fragrances in a way that everyone understands. And let's be honest, no more falling into the hype. And let me know in the comments which one would you be picking for your special occasions, for your daily wear. Scent of the day family, this was another scent story. Yours is next, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye. Love you all.